على محمد وآل محمد وعجل
وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين من يوم هذا إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، قال الله سبحانه تبارك وتعالى في محكم كتابه الكريم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل.
Dear brothers and sisters, today is the 9th of Ramadan. That means we are almost completing the first 10 days, which are the days of barakah, the blessings. And our discussion started off about blessings that the month brings to us. What I would like to do today is to talk about the invitation that we received for this month. When we heard that Aqbala ilaykum shahrullah, that the month of Allah has approached us and it came with rewards, it's an open invitation. An open invitation where if we accept the invitation, if we send the RSVP, then we get benefits, then we enjoy the feast, then we enjoy the environment of the event. That happens in a normal setting in our life. When Ramadan is coming to us, when Ramadan is bringing rewards to us and it's inviting us, come join the feast. The sofra has been laid, the table has been laid. Now it's our responsibility to accept the invitation. When we accept the invitation, we enjoy the feast. We enjoy the offerings that Ramadan has to offer to us. Now, when we are invited, what do we become? We become guests. And the one who is inviting us is who? Host. In Ramadan, who is the host? Allah is the host of Ramadan. Now imagine you are the guest of who? We are the guest of Allah. And Allah has sent an invitation to us to join the table that He is offering for those who are fasting in this month. What happens when you are invited? Whenever we are invited, there are a series of things that we do. And I would like my brother sitting here to point out what happens when we are invited. What do we do? The first thing that comes to your mind. What is it that we do when we become a guest? We take something to the host, indeed. And must be on time, yes. And we wear good clothes, yes. And yes, we also do wudu. So the things that you just pointed out are all the necessities to visit an event, especially when it's a sacred one. We purify ourselves. We wash ourselves. We wear good clothes, clean clothes. We don't wear rugged clothes. We don't wear dirty clothes. We make sure that we are invited. We wear clean clothes so that we look presentable. We're not there with any shortcomings. We're making sure we look perfect, clean, tidy, crisp and clean clothes. We're also taking some things with us when we are seeing the host. When we are with wudu, it's always good to be in the state of wudu. It keeps shaitan away. Ramadan is that month, and that is the feast that when we enter in Ramadan, we need to ensure that we are entering it with cleanliness. You have to observe cleanliness and purity. If you happen to be in a state of najasa in the morning for some reason, make sure that you do ghusl before the fajr. Or you can't do ghusl, do wudu. If you don't have wudu, do tayammum. These are the things that we've been asked to ensure that when we are entering into Fajr, we are entering into the halat of the siyam, halat of the roda, the fasting. It has to be perfect and pure. When we enter, we have to make sure we are pure. We wear clean clothes. And what are the things that we are carrying in this month? We are carrying in this month the recitation of the Quran. But we are carrying gifts. Of course, does Allah need any of these things from us? Of course, it doesn't need. Who is benefiting in what we are doing in this month? We are benefiting. That means Allah is such a kind host that He's hosting a feast. And He's not accepting any gifts for Himself, but in return, when we present something to Him, He is rewarding us back for bringing those gifts. Besides the gifts of Ramadan that He has given us. Such kind host Allah is. Such amazing host Allah is. Nobody is as forgiving as Allah. Nobody is as kind as Allah. Nobody is as a good host as Allah. Imagine whose feast we are enjoying. Of course, Allah doesn't eat, but Allah feeds. Allah brought those ni'mah to the people, to the believers. Just imagine the thawab of helping someone break a fast. MashaAllah, there's always food here. People are helping the believers to break their fast. They're providing food. They're providing so many different varieties of food. One thing or two things are suffice, but no, we're providing as many as you can so that you make sure that the believers who are fasting are well fed. This is the blessings of Allah on our table, and Allah rewards for it. So in short, Ramadan is inviting us to the feast, and it's up to us how we want to present ourselves. First 10 days are about to end, the Ashra of Barakah, and inshallah the next Ashra is going to be the Ashra of Rahmah, His mercy, and then the last will be the Ashra of forgiveness, the Maghfirah. But that doesn't mean that Allah doesn't forgive people in the first Ashura. Of course He does. He forgives so many people in a single day. And these days, and Shabbir Qadr is one such night that Allah forgive people equal to the forgiveness that He bestows upon His believers in the whole month. That's how high the Shabbir Qadr rewards. So dear brothers and sisters, this is what I wanted to bring your attention to in this month. And there is one more thing that we have been discussing, the narration from Imam Muhammad Baqir alayhi salam. And the reason I keep reminding you of it is because this is the month where we have to practice, and that narration describes the attribute of the Shia that which Ramadan is actually asking us to do. That means on one end, you keep the narration of the Imam that describes the characteristics of a Shia. On the other hand, you keep the duties that one is bound to do in the month of Ramadan. You see the beauty that Ramadan has come for all the believers, or describing the Shias. The duties, it's the month where you renew your covenant. It's the month that you renew your vows and duties. So that's why this narration is what I am continuing to describe to you every day, step by step. And one thing today I want to mention is be kind to your parents. That is also one of the characteristics of a Shia, the one who takes care of his or her parent. Be kind to them. Be nice to them. And I tell this to my younger brothers here and the youth who's listening to me. And I want to emphasize to all the parents who are listening online and who are here that, mashallah, the center has taken this step to help educate the youth, and they have gone to extra lengths in arranging these nights with the discussion. And I encourage you all to come to these events so that our presence here is accepted by Allah, and our presence here is an acknowledgement to the responsible steps the center management has taken here, so that we know, we acknowledge that what you're doing for us, we appreciate it, we thank you, and our presence is enough to say that. And I encourage people listening online and here to bring your young ones. This is the time where they will learn to be among these programs, how to conduct themselves, how long it takes. It sows the seed, which when they grow up, helps them stay connected. They need to build the habit. So inshallah, I pray that the parents will bring their children here and ask me the questions, especially the youth they may have, and I will do my best to answer. If I can't answer it today, I will answer it tomorrow, but I will do my best to do it. That's the responsibility that I have been given, and I want to do it the best I can without any shortcomings in it. But obviously, without the help of Allah, I can't achieve it. But that's my humble request to everybody here. Now, taking care of the parents is one of the characteristics. I want to tell you a narration real quick, and that will summarize how children are supposed to treat their parents. At the time of Imam Jafar as-Sadiq alayhi salam, a Christian becomes a Muslim, and he comes to Imam at the time of Hajj, and he says, Yabna Rasulullah, I became a Muslim, but my parents are still Christian. Can I eat from their pots and pans and plates because they eat ham? So their food is contaminated, and the plates are contaminated, even if they're washed. He said, can I eat from there? So Imam said that if you have cleaned them, there is no problem in eating from those plates. He said, regarding your parents, Imam asked, he said, I have a mother. The only surviving parents is my mother, and she is still Christian. Imam said, take care of your mother. Never neglect her. Even if she is Christian, she doesn't share your belief, take care of her. He said, I feed her, I bathe her, I clothe her. That means she cannot move. She can't do any activity by herself. So the son is taking care. And Imam said, when she dies, you bury your mother. The man goes back to the town. He takes care of the mother. Now this time he's more passionate about taking care of them. Extra. Mother notices that he's doing extra. She said, what happened to you? You've been taking extra good care of me. What changed? He said, I met my Imam and he asked me to take care of you, take good care of you. I said, that doesn't sound like a normal man. He sounds like a prophet to me. The man says, no, he's not the prophet, but he's the son of the prophets. And he is the successor of the prophet. She said, these are the instructions given to people by none other than prophets. She said, this is why you're taking good care of me, and I accept Islam. If this, if this is how good your Imam is, I accept Islam. And she died, and then the son took care of her funeral. Obviously, she died a Muslim. That means when Imam asked him to take care of your mother and also bury her, that means if he, because of the difference in faith, was detaching himself, the mother would have never seen the sweetness of Islam and the sweetness it brings to the parents. She wouldn't have been able to achieve what she achieved. Or even when she would have died, the son would have deprived himself of bearing her, giving her last rites. But now the son didn't just bury his mother, but a mu'minah who accepted Islam just because of the action that his son was doing, the behavior he expressed with hers, and then the teaching of the Imams of Ahlul Bayt that brought her heart to Islam and she accepted it. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us tawfiq to take care of our parents, to be respectful to them, and to express our love to them. May Allah hasten the appearance of Imam Zaman Ajal Allah ta'ala Faraj Sharif. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
صل على محمد وآله